What's going on, guys? I am Consumer Tech Review, and today we're checking out this custom DIY kit. I don't really know what's in this. Haley just said it's a custom kit, but there will be links below to Amazon or this direct website's link, but let's jump into unboxing it first. It looks like a pretty cool unboxing experience. Okay, so right here on the top, first we have, sounds like keycaps. Opening this up. Yeah, we have some keycaps. They look pretty good. They look like Akko's black on pink keycaps, so pretty cool. We have some foam. I don't know if that's probably not for the case. Now this is like sticky foam, so that's interesting. Maybe that's for the case. Very cool. And then a bunch of other stuff in this box. These look like little gaskets for a gasket mounted board, and even more of them, so that's good. This is plate and PCB dampening, more sticky foam, and more like other gasket things. I don't know what these are. And this is for your PCB. And then this is more foam. I don't even know what this is for, to be honest with you. We'll see. Okay, so then also in the box, it looks like it's a total case. Look at this. It's all like a nice like Alcantara kind of thing on the top. Let's get this unzipped. It's quite nice. Okay. All right, so it looks like this gives you like everything that you need. There's a little letter thingy that has a lot of sticky stuff in here. I don't know exactly what these are for, but they give you a lot of them. So there's a lot of sticky foam stuff. All right, and then on the top, you have the PCB. I don't know any of the stats about this, and there is the fully hot swappable PCB. You do have a volume knob, looks like, up there, which is very cool. Tactility feels nice just from doing that. USB-C in the middle, and yeah, it looks pretty good. Setting this aside, then we have a USB-C cable, and it is a full braided one, and this is not like a teeny little one. It's actually quite big, but no aviator style, but still, I mean, this is a sizable cable, so that's cool. Setting that aside, and then, okay, looks like a polycarbonate plate, which is awesome. Very flexy polycarbonate plate, and you can see right there, this is gonna be a gasket mounted board, which is nice. However, they have not included actually putting those gaskets on this board, so that is not too big of a deal. All right, now opening this up. What is this? This little tiny box, and then a little tiny pouch. What's in here? Okay, it's a switch opener, so you have kale style as well as cherry style, which is very cool. That's really cool, and it's magnetic. I like that. That's cool. All right, and then getting more into it, we have some more sticky stuff, a knob, some standoffs, and some little wrenches. And then they even give you the switches. So let's open these up with matching stabilizers that are already disassembled, which is very cool. You don't see that a lot. Also, those are screw-in stabs, so that's a good thing. And then these are JWIC switches. So these are manufactured by JWK. They sound unlubed. I don't really feel like sitting and lubing these, so we might just use these stock. I don't know. Actually, we're definitely using them stock. I'm not sitting here and lubing all of them. However, we will lube the stabilizers, and they do have little pads for the back of the stabilizers, which is very cool. This is really including a ton of stuff. And then in here, oh, a very nice switch puller. Wow, look at that. That switch puller looks awesome, and they have their little logo in there. It looks like a very nice switch puller. That's awesome. Okay, but then the case itself, pretty heavy. Not too heavy, but pretty heavy. Oh, wow, look at that. Now that is very pretty. I don't know if the camera can pick this up. Oh, look at the back. Nice little weight back there. I don't know if the camera can pick this up, but it is like, it's almost like glittery. It's kind of shiny. It's very cool. It's very cool. Also a very interesting design how you kind of unscrew it from this point right here, which is very interesting, but let's get into it. So it looks like a 65% form factor with a knob up there. Let's get right into this. Let's start doing it how they wanted you to do it. I'm assuming that maybe this is the case foam. This might be a little bit hard to figure out. All right, so number one, we gotta take this case apart. I will say the case looks beautiful, but it also seems like it could get scratched pretty dang easily, but it does look beautiful. It's a nice looking board. All right, and finally, the last screw. Let's take this thing off. Okay, this is actually pretty light. So this is all metal. I'm assuming this is aluminum because it's pretty dang light. However, they do have the weight in the bottom of this, which is very cool, which is removable, as you can see with those 4 screws right there. I'm interested to see the acoustics of this and how it actually sounds. But let's go through it. They include a ton of dampening, which I think I'm gonna use because that's how they kind of designed it, or that's how it looks like. So first, let's get this and put the gaskets on this thing right away. Okay, so they have a bunch of different sizes for the gaskets. I mean, there's those small ones right there, big ones up here, and then like medium size right there. It's very strange, so that's why they give you all these different sizes, which is interesting. I'm not sure if this one is supposed to go there. I don't think there was a manual. Yeah, at least I don't believe so. So no manual, although they did give you these as well, which I'm assuming is, these are for those little ones. I don't know, guys. We'll see. We'll see if I do this right. All right, guys, now that we got the gaskets all mounted up, I don't think I did it entirely correctly. I think I put, this one was supposed to be a long one, but I ran out of them doing this side. So I don't know if I did this totally correctly, but that's okay. Not everything needs to be perfect. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we have some foam right here, which I think this is for the case. This one fits perfectly right there. So I think that's what that's for. So I'm gonna stick it down and just hope. If I do anything wrong, comment it below. And I guess I won't do it in the future, or maybe I still will. So now we're gonna stick this down. That goes in there nicely. It's very soft, very nice foam. And then I think this is for the rest of the board. We'll have to kind of see, although that's really what it looks like. I think maybe this way first. Okay, so let's see. This really looks like it goes here. Or maybe not, it goes this way. There we go, okay. Not too bad at all. Fits perfectly. That's also so nice because we just modded the Tester 68, like the cheapest DIY kit ever. Oh, this doesn't stick. Okay, I thought it was sticky and it doesn't stick. It's not supposed to stick. Okay, that makes a lot of sense now. But yeah, it's so nice to just go in here and just place these, but it does take away some of the like customness to it because you're kind of just doing what they made you. However, if that's what you want, it is very cool to do it. It's like what my girlfriend said. She said it's like an art project. So, but continuing on, they even give you this little strip up here, which is very cool. So this goes right in there. Nice, so this is gonna be a very dampened case. I'm not sure exactly how it's gonna sound, although it seems like it's gonna be kind of a boring sound. Where do those go? Seriously, where do these go? I have no idea where these go. Okay, we're just gonna move on from that. Hopefully I didn't mess that up too bad. All right, so let's move to the PCB. First, what we're going to do is lay this down just like that. No, just like that. Now that we got that on there, I guess we have to do the stabilizers first. So we gotta get our lube out really quick. So let's just put all of this down. Okay, so a couple of things. They have these that you stick to the PCB, which is very cool. And then these, very interesting. While we were doing the gaskets, Haley was reading some stuff about this. This is actually to holy mod your board, which is awesome. That is so cool. So we're gonna be putting these and holy modding all these, and they're pre-cut. That is the worst part about holy modding. So let's take these. If you don't know how to holy mod, basically you just stick little pieces right in there, and then that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and do this. This looks awesome. This is gonna be the easiest holy mod ever. I don't know if there's a film over this that we're supposed to take off. I'm not sure, but I'm just gonna go for it. So sticking that in there. So far it is not easier. It is insanely sticky and it's very hard to not get it to stick while it's being pushed in, but we're gonna keep trying. Okay, the trick is get it really close to sticking down to get it in there. That is so nice to just be able to holy mod that way. That's so nice. Although they could have just come pre-holy modded, maybe, I don't know. All right, now for lubing. Now all that we're gonna do is get a little bit of lube on our brush, and then we're gonna go into the housing, dab one side of the housing, dab the other side of the housing. This brush actually has way too much lube on it, as I was just lubing the wires, and then smooth it out. Once you're done, grab your stem and then just a teeny bit of lube. Krytox 205G0 is what I'm using on the right wall, and just a teeny bit on that left wall. Once that's done, take the side with 2 holes, insert it into the opening just like that. And then because we holy modded these with the included tape, which is awesome, we're gonna take our wire and we're gonna lube it with Krytox 205G0 instead of dielectric grease. So take a considerable amount of lube on there, get it on the end of that wire, slightly past that 90-degree point. That looks pretty good. And then insert it back into the stabilizer. And this is a little bit weird because these are bottom clip-in rather than the top ones. So put it into that bottom hole, turn it sideways, and then kind of push forward until it snaps in just like that. And that's how they work. Do it for the other side as well. All right, now with all the stabs done, before we get into the stabs and keep on moving with that, I did forget to mention that these actually go in this spot right here like that. Okay, so that's how they go. I don't know how I didn't figure that out, but I didn't. So yeah, they go right like that. And that is how your case is supposed to look with the foam in it. Fantastic. Now moving on from that, grab your PCB again, and we're actually gonna take this off and add these right where those stabilizers are supposed to go. So add that right there, just like that. All right guys, now with all of those on, let's put these stabilizers in here. All right, then get your screws out. They do have little plastic washers around them. So grab these, put that little washer around there just like that. And then screw your stabilizers right in. And there we go, all of the stabilizers on. This one screw back here on this side is a little bit weird. However, that is what you're supposed to do. So just know if you get this, it's a little bit strange, but here we go. Looking pretty good so far. Now, before we put anything else on, we do have to put the standoffs on the plate. Those are in here. Pouring those out, nice gold ones. All we gotta do is just go ahead and screw those in. Now, the other thing that we found out is that we were actually supposed to put the gaskets actually on the actual board itself, the actual case. However, both ways are done. Some keyboards put it actually on the plate and some put it on there. I don't think it's really gonna matter that much. However, it is easier because you can see the sizes better on there. So that probably would make it sound better overall. So it's kind of strange, but it's fine. All right, perfect. And with all the standoffs in, we are then going to first take this, which goes on the back of the PCB and the plate really nicely. This is gonna go all in between all those hot swap sockets, which is what all of these little cutouts are for. Those are for the hot swap sockets, which is very interesting. And there we go. And again, this is not sticky, which is interesting. So let's get this over here. All right, and then it's gonna go right in like that, and all of the little screw holes match up, which is awesome. So let's flip this around now, put that back down, and then we have the dampening between the plate and the PCB. There's a ton of dampening in this board, guys, a ton of dampening. I don't know how it's gonna sound. I hope it's gonna sound good. However, I have no idea. So there's the dampening in the plate and the PCB, and all of those screw holes match up. So let's put the plate in, the nice polycarbonate plate going down in there. Got to match up all those standoffs. Those match up nicely. So let's flip this around. Actually, I should probably take this off and then screw it down, then put it on. All right, so get your screwdriver. It does help if it's magnetic. This one is not. And then screw into those standoffs on that polycarbonate plate. All right, and that is the last screw. Now, before we do anything, let's put the switches in so I can hold the back of those hot swap sockets before putting this foam back on. All right, so these are factory lubed, which is nice, and they are south facing LEDs. Or no, they're not. They're north facing. I have it upside down. That's why they look. No, they're still south facing. I'm right. I was wrong, but I'm right. All right, so putting all of the switches in. All right, guys, now that all of the switches are on this board, we are ready to put the back foam on here. So that's gonna go this way. All right, and there we go. Now let's put this down into the case. And there we go. Okay, these look like they're gonna be really squishy gaskets. Might be wrong, but they look like it. Let's get this all screwed down. All right, guys, now for the finishing touches. Since all of the case is together now, I think this thing's gonna look cool. It's pretty heavy, not insanely heavy, but it feels special and it feels nice. All right, let's get it together. So firstly, we have this little bag, which has the feet for the back, which they give you 2 extras. So let's flip this over, make sure those are clean, and put those right in. Stick those right in there. Perfect. And one more. There we go. Perfect. All right, flipping this over. Let's get this volume knob in here right away. Then let's test it for some wobble. Not really any wobble. No, not really any wobble. Quite nice. It's a little tiny, it's a little small. I don't mind it. I don't mind it though. All right, now the keycaps. First, I wanna see how these actually are. So they're basically completely smooth, have a nice kind of slight texture to them. Pretty thick. Not bad, really good printing. This has really great printing on it, A+. All right, let's get these on. All right, guys, and that is it. Here is the board. Okay, right away on the desk, it looks very attractive. Cherry profile keycaps, they match it very nicely. I think these may be ABS. They don't really feel or look like PBT, although I might be wrong. But yeah, overall, the board looks really good. It has that awesome weight on the back. You guys, I don't know if you can see this. I'm gonna try to see if the B-roll can pick it up. But the actual finish of this is very beautiful. But sound test, we're gonna do a full one, so don't worry. But again, if you wanna check out any of this stuff, I guess any of it, it's only this. If you wanna check it out, there's links below. But first impressions. I like that. That was way better than I expected. Oh yeah, that sounds really good. The interesting thing is there is a ton of flex. Here, get low so we can see it. Look how much flex there is. And it's kind of unlike all the other boards. Both the PCB and the plate has these things. So it actually like kind of pulls, you can see it pulls this one. It's a ton of flex, especially there in the middle. I mean, stabilizers are good. They're nothing fantastic. They're actually not as good as I expected them to be. No rattle or anything. They just don't sound unique. But yeah, take a listen to the full sound test in 3, 2, 1, take a listen.